Hey everyone, I am Nerdstalgic, and this is another Let's Play for Let's Play Dwarf Fortress Tradeancient. So, alright, let's get started without any further ado. Okay, so, let's see, what were we working on here? Well, we were trying to find some metal. I think we were digging down, but our miners were displaying some amount of reticence as to coming down here and actually mining. For what reason, I'm not exactly too sure. We have a downward stairway here and an upward stairway there, so it should be connected, right? Now if we try to turn this into an up-down, nothing happens. Let's see, so... Excuse me. Wait a second. Maybe they just can't. I don't know. Maybe we need to. That doesn't make any sense because they tunneled through here. I want to try something. I want to come here, and I want to make kind of a carbon copy of this. What we've got here going on the floor above it, just to see if the miners get busy with that. Oops, I've actually got to go down to the level under it. I do apologize for the flashing, guys. I know it is occurring. Not 100% sure why. So we would need an up-down stair here, right? Right. Let's just see what happens. You know, what are my miners actually doing? Putting items in barrels, constructing wooden bin, okay, I mean that is necessary. Maybe they're just busy with other things, I don't know. Okay, there they go. Oh, I'm sorry, I just tweaked my nose and it made me sneeze. So there is some native gold, which there are worse things to find for sure. Alright, so what are they gonna do here? Okay, there they go. Very good. Okay, so now we're cooking with gas. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go down here and we're going to set up the original plan, which was a 20 by 20 going out in 4 directions. We did just find some native gold. The only problem with that is gold makes for very poor weapons and armor. But it makes for good like statues and things like that. Oh, I'm so sorry. How's our wall coming? Okay, so they're working on it still, but it's not looking too shabby. Now, if we wanted to, what we could do is we could put another bridge here, and we probably will end up doing that. But we'll mainly keep it up, or keep it down, because you don't want to like run the risk of a trade caravan not being able to access your depot. Alright, so let's go ahead and hit DF hack here. I mean, even though we can't use the native gold for weapons and armor, we still want to mine it out. Ooh, it's not a bad vein. We'll mine it out and then we'll use it to make other things. Okay, I don't want it to go all the way over there. That is for damn sure. Because that'll be mining into the side of the cavern, which could expose us to some beasties. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here now, and we're going to remove some designations on that. So no thank you, and no thank you, and no thank you. But we will take all of that. Now let's go down. Okay, so we're hitting, what is this? Garnerite. I don't know if Garnerite really, I don't know if it yields anything, to be honest. I don't know if it yields any good metal. I can hit the wiki real quick. Just 1 second. DF wiki. Which, if you're not familiar, the wiki is very, very comprehensive and full of very good stuff. Garnerite. Garnerite, yeah, it's, well, it produces nickel. So, yeah. So nickel, not very good. It is magma safe, which is good. But it's not going to be any good for creating weapons and armor, which is why we were doing this. So that's a bit of a bummer. A bit of a bummer. Alright, so it is the last month of the year. Let's take a look at our stocks, see how we're doing here. So we've got 366 prepared meals, quite a few plump helmet spawns still running around. What about plants? Yeah, still got some plump helmets to be brewed. And drinks, 500 drinks, so we're looking pretty good on supplies. What about goblets? 534 goblets, so once the next caravan comes through... Oh, I'm so sorry, I need to blow my nose, guys. I really must have, like, tickled something in my nose because it has set me off. I'm so sorry. Okay, so... oh, now I'm coughing. Jeez, I'm falling apart here. So yeah, when the next caravan comes through, it'll actually be summer, because we should not get an elven caravan in the spring due to the fact that we're at war with their culture. I think we, let's see, what are you doing right now? You're cutting some gems, that's cool. Some pink tourmaline. He is still making coke from lignite. Completely fine with that. You can see we're starting to run a little bit lower on the lignite. Chert. Got a nice collection of shrubs and saplings here. Great. Wall still coming up. Dark grass, light grass. What's this? Stone floor with sand pear leaves. Check on our mining layer. We probably want to set another, excuse me, went the wrong direction. We probably want to set another hotkey for here. So let's do that. Actually, what we might do is we might just move our point of interest hotkey to this, because this is where the action's going to be for now. Okay, so very good. Looks like they're finding some, this looks like, yeah, opal clusters, so we'll dig that out with our old trusty Dig V. Just gold will be good. Especially once we have nobles, because what we can do is we can make the things that they require for their bedrooms and for their throne rooms out of gold, and that will greatly increase the wealth of that room. So that layer's finished. Everybody should be back down on this layer. Now the real question is, do we want to mine out this that's actually not garnerite, that's green zircon, so we will mine that out, but I really don't see any point in mining out this garnerite, to be quite honest, since we can't use it for weapons and armor. It doesn't really serve a whole lot of purpose to us, or for us. We might still go up here and see if there's anything up there, since that's where the other biome was in that direction. So it's worth checking in on, just to see. That's probably going to be, yep, that wasn't right either. Right here. And we'll get rid of that overhang. Alright, so that should keep our miners pretty hooked up for just a while. So the new year is coming. First year's went not too badly. We've got some defenses. You know, our wall is going up slowly. The main reason it's probably going up so slowly is that they're having to cart that chert around. So our wall is going up slowly. Might be not a bad idea to go ahead and designate some more trees to get chopped. I don't really see any logs kicking around up here, so we'll go ahead and get rid of these. Boom, boom, boom. And I am marking them with my mouse. You can do that. Okay, so now we've got some trees that are marked. Very good. Farm layer's fine. Everybody's staying pretty busy, which is good. Now, once we get our next migration wave that comes in, normally you get a very big migration wave in the first spring after you embark. Once we get that big migration wave, we'll look at setting up our first militia. We'll dig out a barracks probably on the first floor, or we might even put it, well, we can't really put it on the surface. I like to put it on the surface because then they don't get cave adaptation, which means that when they go outside to fight, they don't just barf everywhere. But we're not going to be able to put it on the surface, I don't think. Oh my god, the key is, he stole something. Oh, them dirty keys. Alright, so oh man. What is this? Pigtail? What is this? Gypsum plaster bag. Eh, whatever. I don't care. I just don't care, really. So we lost our thread. So hopefully nobody gets cut, gets injured. So for those of you who don't know, a Kia is just a bird. The sound sense file that plays with the talking makes them sound really like nefarious, but really they're not at all. They're just birds that are attracted to shiny things, and they will steal just about anything that's not nailed down that they can get their hands on. So, yeah. I read up on them in the Wikipedia article after they stole a ton of stuff from me in one game. Alright. So we've probably found some more gems by now. Yeah, he's ran out of all this stuff, so we will turn off the repeat and cancel these, and then add new ones for the ones we do have. So green zircon, 11 opal, and that's it. Alright, let's check our mining layer again. Okay, so they're going up and around. More garnerite, they found a few gems. Looks like we've got some more opals here. So let's dig thee that. Dig thee. And while we've got it pulled up, let's go ahead and hit that. Smashing. Anything down here? No. Okay. Carry on. There's a strong possibility that this garnerite's going to be the only metal that we find on this floor. It just really depends, because this is gabbro, this is diorite, so maybe. Okay, there's some green zircon we want to get out too. I don't know, maybe. I mean, even though this is diorite, it's still got the garnerite in there, so that's probably not boding well. We might have to go down to a different mineral layer to get a hold of anything. Oh, excuse me. Alright, so spring is here. And hopefully the elves don't attack us. I'm not really sure. I've never been at war with the elves before, so I'm not sure if they just pretty much come straight at you, you know, which would be a disaster. I mean, if the elves attacked us, we have no way of defending ourselves at this point. So I guess we'll see. It'll be fun either way. Alright, so resume the game. We did not get a migration wave in the winter. That's okay. Okay, after a polite discussion with local rivals, Stinthad Letter Wasps has claimed the position of king of the circumstantial stake. What? Okay, so, we have the king. The monarch of our civilization lives here now. And he's planting seeds, which that won't last very long, because once... Yeah, he'll stop that, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure that monarchs don't do any work. So, that's interesting, because what that means is that I believe our home civilization has died off. So we will not be getting... we should not be getting trade caravans in the fall anymore. So that's kind of a bummer. It likely means that the only caravans we're going to be getting are from the humans in the summer. So, okay. Now the king lives with us. Let's go to our noble screen. So yeah, we've got a whole whack of requirements now. Oh, goodness. Since he's the king, he's requiring all of these things. And he can also make demands and mandates, where he basically tells you, you know, I want this done, and if you don't get it done, then, like, somebody will get punished. So he needs a royal throne room, a royal bedroom, a royal dining room, a royal mausoleum, 10 chests, 5 cabinets, 5 weapon racks, 5 armor stands. He may just have to kind of sit and spin for a while, because I'm not really sure that I have the resources to dedicate to getting all this out. I mean, sure, we can crank him out this stuff, but getting up to a royal level on all this stuff is usually, it takes a pretty big room that's smoothed and engraved and has very nice decorations in it, you know, like gold statues and things like that. So maybe it's fortuitous that we actually have found some of that native gold in our mining. Oh man, so this is a first for me. You know, that I've never really had the monarch be with us before, and you can even see he was planting seeds. Now he's the king, the farmer that became a king. Art is life, he says. Within the last season, he felt satisfied at work. Let's see if he says anything about becoming king. He is the king of the circumstantial stake. He is the former militia commander of the Helm of Heaven. He arrived at Nishtesh on the 24th of Malachite in the year 250. Huh. So he has, he's been injured. Is he injured right now? No. Back out of that. Look at our health screen. Huh. He is injured. He has a diagnosis request. I mean, it says no health problems, but like when I looked in his status screen, it showed that he had some injuries. We do have a chief medical dwarf, I believe. Yeah. So I'm not really sure why he hasn't been diagnosed. It might be because we don't have a hospital set up. But I didn't think that a hospital was necessary for diagnosis. Strange. I wonder how that happened. Militia commander cancels. Ah, he was hunting. He's been hunting. What has he been hunting? Alright, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here and think about what I want to do with our king here. And then in the next video, I guess we will probably start putting some of our efforts toward getting his demands met. Because if you don't meet the demands of them, they get really fussy. And then they... Ugh, yeah, it gets a little messy. So I've never had to deal with the monarch before, but I have had to deal with, you know, dukes and barons, and it's it's fun, but it is a bit of a headache. So anyways, yeah, until next time, game on.